Hey, Alvarado here, putting up another video promoting my book, my latest chapbook, which is Love in the Time of COVID. This is like the third time I've tried to make this video. Things keep going wrong. Anyway, um, it's been a traumatic year, a lot of life changes, a lot of things that change one's fundamental existence, things that people would call life changing, life rearranging. And I got through it all. Here I am still. Here it is. It's 2023. It's April, for goodness sakes. And I finished this chapbook almost 2 months ago, I guess. And I wanted to share a poem from this. One of the life changing events that occurred was something that I had actually written about in regards to other people. But now, and that poem was It, by the way, and that's on my YouTube channel, and it's in this collection, this Love in the Time of COVID. So it all relates in the end, because I had even said that it was something that applies to everybody, not just to some faraway group of people or whatever. It applies to every single human being on the planet, you know. And that poem called It was about death, and I talked about levels that you get to with death. Like when you lose your grandma, that's one level. You lose your wife or your parents or your kid or whatever. There's all these different levels you get to. Your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whatever. You lose these people, and it's a certain amount of grief that comes with each level, I think, and a certain rearranging of your life that results from these losses. But you truly don't understand any of those levels until you actually yourself hit those levels. It's one thing for your wife's mother to die, or for your best friend's mother to die, or something like that. And I've seen all that in the last let's say 6-7 years. But when it's actually you that it occurs to, where you've actually reached that level, it's quite another story. And so I've actually joined one of my elite clubs. So I'm going to share this poem, and this poem again, it's almost connected directly to the other poem, It, and it mentions the word it a few times in this poem, because there's no other word really to use for some of the things that it attempts to describe. So here we go. It's November 18th, 2022, and my mom is dying. They gave her the big dope, liquid morphine. Just put it under the tongue. Let the pain slide away into hallucinations, or not. And so my papa said she was crying out to my Aunt Vera, who raised her, not to leave her alone, to not leave her behind, that it hurt. And my mom is a ball of pain. And she told someone else to leave her alone. And to whom was that statement, that imperative aimed? And she's heavy. My papa could not move her as she slid down off the couch, half on it, half off it. And of course, I'm now using a cane, as my hip is ruined. And no lifting things like dying moms. It's not even an option. So my papa called the paramedics. Needed their professional help in the movement of the sick or dying. And they get her into the wheelchair, and as she sits there, she says something that strikes me as incredibly accurate, yet open to interpretation. This is just a dream, right? Is it the fact that two men are visiting to move her from the couch to the wheelchair to the hospital bed, palliative care provided in the living room? Is that the dream? Or is it that her life, as she and we understand it, is ending? Does it feel like it just began? And on and on. I held her hand. It was cool. Her skin was blotchy and purple. She's not eating. She's wearing a diaper. She recognized me, said, "You." Told my father she wanted to hear he and I laugh together about some silly, absurd thing. Her dog is sad. She didn't feel like my mom anymore. She was all pain, yelling and begging for it. to leave her alone. All right, and that's in my collection here. And, this is dedicated to the memory of my mom, actually. This little chapbook, and yeah, there's my mom getting breastfed when she was just a tiny baby. So, if you're interested in the chapbook, look for it on Amazon, or you can look for it on my Lulu storefront. And support the arts and all that good stuff. All right, everybody. I hope everybody has a wonderful evening and a wonderful week coming up, and a great Easter and all that good stuff. And I wish everybody the best. This is Alvarado, and I am signing off.